right, anime Dark Souls, let's go. What do you mean there's falling rocks? I would have brought in a shielder. Ah, big elevator. What's on the wall, Lumi? I didn't see anything on the wall. Mona, what are you doing here? Stop trying to change the subject. This is not time for toodles, Farina. Get back here. Hello, friends and gamers. This is, I think, the 4th Genshin video I'm recording tonight. I think it's the 4th one. I got sucked into the Archon quest, and now we're in the middle of a domain. I was gonna finish after the last video, but we're stuck in the middle of a domain. So I gotta immediately keep recording. As you can see, we're on the leave domain screen. We're gonna hit cancel. Can I hit J in here? I can J in here. All right. So we're on Masquerade of the Guilty, Act 5 of Chapter 4, which is Fontaine. We're still on Meeting is also Parting, and we are going to continue investigating the ruin. A lot happened in the last video. We cried a lot, many times actually, but it was really good actually. There was a whole scene that I don't think needed to happen, but was also so good. So I'm not mad about it happening. Anyways, acting on intelligence from the Knave, your group arrives at the ruins. Our group now being Lumine, Paimon, Navia, and Nouvelette. Let's head out. I guess we're going in the thing. All right, anime Dark Souls, let's go. We're literally just getting right into it, by the way. We might finish Act 5 today. I'm not entirely sure, but we were fighting another Hilly Chill Rogue, which I didn't know they used this many Hilly Chill Rogues around this time. Because this is when they introduced the Hilly Chill Rogue, like as an opponent. But I didn't know that they were like this heavy on it. And let's ult. Oh, you're dead. Okay, I spaced out heavy. We're gonna space out a lot in this video because I've been recording. Like, this is the 5th video I've recorded tonight, I think. I started around 6 something. It's 10 o'clock. But I did get sucked into the Archon quest, which I haven't been sucked into the Archon quest in a very long time for this long, and I am very happy about this. Whoa, anime Dark Souls. I'm gonna keep making that joke. They keep doing these like zoom outs on the field of view as well.
Oh no, another
Whoa, whoa.
path. Watch your step.
What if we just zoom, zoom, zoom? Okay, I think we're okay. All right, well, I died. Okay, well, we're back up. This is why we have Wanderer. We're gonna have to cheese this heavy. I don't know how you do this without Wanderer, by the way. Wanderer, Kuching, Kazuha probably could do it, but unless you can climb the walls here, but this is so much easier. This is so much easier. Wait, what do you mean this is broken too? Oh, hey, this isn't good. Whoa, okay, well, okay, let's do it for a 3rd time. Why is this so difficult? Also, I keep losing health. Hold on. Did it literally bring back the bridge because I goofed it so hard? Okay, let's just run it. Let's just run it this time. Okay, we did it. All right, we did use Wanderer's little skill, but that was the way to do it. Just run it and then use this skill. Nope. I want to hit E to open door. What is my brain doing? Also, this music is kind of wild and crazy and I love it. What do you mean there's falling rocks? I would have brought in a shielder. All right, we just gotta keep moving. Are we done? Okay, let's move. Let's move. Moving and grooving. Run, 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 run. Or we could just do this. Okay, I accidentally ulted. I don't know why it let me ult like that. Oh my god, there's more falling rocks. There's more falling rocks. Run it, run it, run it. Oh, we got a chest. Why do I keep hitting F and E instead of F? Oh my god. I don't know how I do this without Wanderer. Oh, there's 2 of you now. Oh, there's also a mech thing. Is there falling rocks in here? No, I don't think we have that in here. I also just want to get rid of the Hilly Chill Rogues first because they're the most annoying. Oh, there's slimes now. What the heck? Okay, I got bonked. It would be better to use Kaya with Kokomi's ult, but okay, hello. All right, everyone's healed. Oz. Wanderer, let's go. We good? We're good, guys. Awesome. That was stressful. All right, start. What does this thing do? What does this thing do? Ah, big elevator. It's a big elevator. Okay. What'd I tell ya? Anime Dark Souls. So now, enter. Ah, we're getting yoinked. Not yoinked, yeeted. This is kind of slow. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of slow. Are we good? We're good. Okay, cool. Now, what's in here? Are we fighting in here, or are we running for our lives? Investigate the space ahead. It might be both. We might be doing both in here. Is it a cutscene? It's a dialogue cutscene. Okay, not that bad. Okay.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
How do you know that, Nouvelette?
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns
Twists
out
and
that
turns,
this place
huh?
isn't actually that big.
There seems to be something on the wall. What's on the wall, Lumine? I didn't see anything on the wall. Oh.
Stone slates.
A story.
It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
I don't think we need to do that.
Perhaps we should just leave
I don't
them
think
be
we
for
need to
now.
take them. We could take pictures. We have a camera, don't we?
There are 4 locations in total, but only
Oh, God.
3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
Are we sure it's not just
The surrounding
overgrown with
walls also show signs of damage.
stuff?
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
Oh.
Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed.
Oh.
I shall record
God.
the history of its future here in its past.
Yeah, what is
Hey, what?
what does that second sentence mean?
Feels like someone left these
Novelette,
slides and these
translate,
words
please.
here for a purpose.
Translate?
But
Maybe?
does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes.
I mean, yeah, that's
The
what I was
slate's
thinking.
contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
What is the second one?
There's a person kneeling here.
That would be the original Hydra
Seems
Archon,
so
correct?
Dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing
Because it
the
looks like that would be
She's
her.
facing this. What is this?
Island
Some
in the
kind of
sky.
Island in the sky?
Yeah, Celestia.
Is that
Damn.
Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
So it
And
maybe the first
is that
Hydra
one of
Archon
people around
drowned,
here?
maybe?
Paimon doesn't quite get it.
Or she was a sacrifice in a way? Because we were talking about
Fourth image.
sacrifices before.
I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will
I mean,
all
that
be
one we've seen
dissolved
before.
into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon
Yeah.
will remain, weeping on her throne.
They do seem to match. Why are we lagging? Guys, I'm scared. Why are we lagging? Why do they match? So many questions. Oh. Novelette. What are we doing? Also, happy
More
birthday, Ben
information
Zenless
should
Zone
be
Zero.
hidden
It's
in
his
these
birthday.
slates.
They just tweeted that.
I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Why would that matter?
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Novelette.
Question.
Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Yeah, like, why would needing all of them?
Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says
Fair,
that it's the
fair.
history of the future, right? That means the prophecy
History of the
should come
future.
true.
Is it though? Because Arlecchino was talking about changing fate.
Still,
And
Paimon feels
technically,
like these images are kind of
Wanderer, Scaramouche changes his fate.
Huh.
Okay. Do I get what you mean, Paimon? What did you say? These images are kind of weird when you look at them together. The issue is the order of the third and fourth images. Right. Is it though?
That's right. If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third? Where
Not
the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
necessarily. Because there was 2 Hydra Archons. I feel like that might be what we're hinting at here.
And yet the order is reversed
Does
here.
Novelette know there was 2? I feel like he does. The second image is also quite concerning. What sin are the people in the images confessing to? I think the second image is supposed to be what happened 500 years ago. The whole Celestia Conria bit. This must be Fontaine and it's the original Hydro Archon and its citizens, quote unquote, confessing to sin in order to not be turned into hilly churls like the rest of the Conrians were. I don't fully know if that's correct, but it seems like it might be in my brain or something very much along those lines. What sin are the people in the images confessing to?
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image
Yeah,
might be the previous Hydro Archon.
true.
Algeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance.
Because
here
I do
does match the
know I've seen
records.
pictures of her in like a
Previous
hood
Archon
veil
kneeling
thing,
before the floating island in the skies, as if
confessing
confessing
a sin to Conria.
Did
Not
she
Conria.
herself commit that sin?
Celestia. Conria was the other one.
And if not,
They're not the same
why
thing.
would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient
Her
stone
sin,
slates
though,
are here
could
at
be
all.
like some sort of thing
Judging
along the
from
lines
their
of greed or
contents,
selfishness, because we talked about that already in a
This
previous
place
Archon
be
Quest
the
video.
origin of the prophecy?
I think the previous Hydra Archon was a very
Does
selfish
that mean that
person.
Someone or some people once saw these slates?
Maybe. But I've said it already. I think she was quite selfish. And that maybe that was her sin. She didn't care enough for her people. And then maybe it was like a forgiveness thing when everything was going to heck 500 years ago. Maybe.
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
My brain immediately said Skirk, but I don't think she's ever left the Abyss.
Seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
Farina most likely
In that
does
case,
know.
There's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head
Are we
back
sure about
first.
that? Are we sure there's nothing else to be gained here? Are we sure?
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Are we sure about that? What are you thinking, Lumine? Who created the slates doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. Okay. Okay. Challenge complete! That's literally it. I thought there would have been something more in here, but I get it. We could have finished that out in the last video, but it's fine, because now we get to do more of the Archon quest. So by splitting it into a different video, I have now bamboozled myself into doing more of the Archon quest and possibly finishing it tonight. Who knows? I do have videos first pass
Let's
editing
split up here.
done.
I'm
for
going to check
tomorrow,
on what's
so we
happening
could
with
keep
the
going.
Serena. You know how it is.
We
There's
could
some things
keep
you just need
going.
to be there for yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad Navia's feeling better.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already
She's
beat.
just, Paimon, you're always beat, but she's just running on like nervous energy at this point.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll
Aww.
depart as well.
Also, I feel like she
Thanks
probably
for
has
your
like a
hard work
new
today. Rest well, everyone.
sense of motivation or something, because she was
Traveler,
able to kind of
I will
say
go talk
goodbye
Farouk
to
tomorrow morning to ask about the stone
Moose and
slates.
Silver for a final time, and
I'm
they
sure
did,
that you're
even in death,
concerned about
save
this
her.
matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
All right, what a cozy way to finish this up.
Are you
It's gonna get
talk
so
to
much
her
worse.
About this directly? Will that be a problem?
I have no idea what happens from here, because
Come to this.
leading up to this, I kind of knew the
She
order
has
of
long
events a
been
little bit. I have
fighting
no idea where we go
secrets
from here.
and will not give them up
I know
easily,
like key
which
moments that
makes it all
happen,
the
but I
more
don't know
my
in what
duty to
order they
ensure
happen.
that She understands the present situation.
Because I thought we went into the abyss sooner than
Leave it
this.
in your hands, then. You're probably the best
But now
person
that
to
I
talk
think
to
about it,
anyway.
the abyss
I
stuff
hope you
wasn't until
carefully
Act 5
consider
anyways.
My words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you.
You did
as
you
ever.
did say that a couple
So
minutes ago,
please don't
Navia.
think you're an imposition.
Oh. No, she just wanted to like send it home. Like,
All right.
you are not bothering
on
us.
my way then.
Stay here, please. We love you. Your family, because that's the whole point of Fontaine. Navia and Neuvillette both depart. You and Paimon head to Fleuve Cendre. All right. It just takes us there. Thank God. I don't want to do that myself.
We're finally back.
Is something weird gonna happen though?
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
That scares me. Special menus. Anything special scares me.
No, the boss is the best.
You did great as well, Paimon.
Ooh, desserts.
I gotta say, low poly food, especially this low poly garlic bread, is making me really want garlic bread. But that wouldn't be the first time. Mona? Mona, what are you doing here? I was just about to say, this is not the first time I've seen low poly garlic bread in Fontaine and really wanted garlic bread IRL. But what the hell is Mona doing here?
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Are we about to talk about the sky not being real again? Because this would be a good time for that.
What are you doing in Fontaine?
What are you doing in Fontaine, Mona? Is she from Fontaine? I actually don't remember. Hi, Mona. This was unexpected. I love it though. I didn't know Mona shows up at all, quite frankly. Did the stars not tell you that we might meet here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
I did not expect this to happen at all. I didn't know she shows up.
Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
No.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for
This is a really
stroll,
bad time
and
to
I
be
bumped
in
into you.
Fontaine,
Quite
Mona. You might want to
unexpectedly,
head
if I
home,
might add.
get a refund on that
Why
hotel.
did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadt surname?
Is it a fake name?
Yeah, let's go with that.
I have no idea where Mona's
Well,
from.
I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing.
I would love to dig
Either
into that
way,
one day.
The old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing
Weird.
for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes.
Weird.
Surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
How is this gonna rope into everything else?
Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Okay.
That's even including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
This is such a weird
I
conversation.
reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one.
Okay. I may ask what your master's name is. If she says Skirk, I'm gonna lose it. But also if she says any of the other names that we know of so well that I'm forgetting right now, probably also lose it.
Astromancer, Barbaloth, Trismegistus.
Nope. Doesn't ring any bells.
That's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
Trismegistus might mean like
My name means
the great,
Mona,
the third, the great,
astrologist.
something.
As
Thrice
for
is
the
great.
old hag,
Yeah.
hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars.
Yep.
Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
All right.
Great. That's so
That is petty.
I know, right?
That is really petty.
That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually.
Why
But when
3
she
times
got
as great?
demon, She changed her name to Trismegistus.
Wouldn't twice as great been enough?
that excessive.
Yeah, that is excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the
Why
same
are we
as a
going
surname.
into all this?
It's
I feel like it's gonna rope back
You
into
can look into it further
the
should
Skirk
you need
stuff,
to
but we
study
haven't even gotten that far
astrology
yet.
more deeply.
Unless are we getting there soon? Triple appetite, Paimon. I'm sorry, Paimon. We love your appetite.
Canadian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Where is she from?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents
Okay.
migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Good. So you can't be absorbed by the water.
Then at least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's water.
We're just gonna tell her that casually.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd
Aw.
avoid getting too close to any
She
water
cares
strangers
us.
the same. There's something ominous about it.
I mean, if she says it's ominous, I believe her. I do believe Mona. Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, though?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while
Ah.
back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel.
It would be a
on the
bad
scope of
time
the
to do a
circulation of the
prophecy.
prophecies and astrologists.
It'd be a bad time to do a panel about
The
prophecy right now.
invitation was sent quite early on. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this.
That is
much
bad timing.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go
Oh,
down and
this is another one of those
voices in the
scenes like that. I don't think it's necessary in the grand scheme of things. It just feels like filler,
That I'm an astrologist.
but it is fun. It is fun to see Mona.
This prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all.
Like, it is fun.
Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm
Okay.
afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents
It
involve
comes
the
from
fate of the
Celestia,
world.
right?
Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary?
Again, this is a
Sounds
scene that we
really
don't fully
powerful and
need,
all,
but it's a fun
Does
one.
such
So,
a person really exist?
and it does have some
course.
lore in it.
The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel.
The Hexenzirkel. That was the names. Okay, I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get in touch with your master?
Are you sure?
Yes, Mona. Absolutely sure.
All right, I'll help you.
We will not hold this over you
It's
either. If she
awesome
says
that I
anything
see
weird,
such
we'll
a
just
serious
ignore
look
it.
on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Are we? We're never gonna hear back, ever. We're gonna hear back like when we're in Shniznaya, and it's gonna be like not needed anymore.
Well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
The greatest of astrologists for you! Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best!
This was fun.
Indeed.
This was fun getting to see Mona again. This was fun.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need,
Can Mona eat with
do not
us?
hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosu.
We love Mona.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away.
Mona's
there.
our friend.
Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
Mona, you should
If I
sit and
see
eat with us. We have free
you, I'll
food.
be
Come
sure
on.
to come find you two again.
Mona. But also,
And there she
go
goes,
find your
Princess
master. We kind of need
Roshanada.
that.
And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
Yeah. Try to keep it down next time, Paimon.
If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting all the weird looks. Huh. The things Paimon does for you.
All right. Thanks, Paimon.
That's more like it.
So we get a good night's sleep to replenish our energy. See, the whole entire rest of this has gone by very quickly, but I feel like this part is dragging.
Kinda sleepy.
Like, I've only been recording for 23 minutes, but it feels like much longer.
Traveler, we agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack pack it up and get going.
Okay, let's go find Nouvellette. Like, I'm about to get up and make a second dinner, even though my first dinner wasn't that good, and I have, like, no food right now. Where do I need to be for this? Let's just teleport to the place. Okay, good. It's very dark, and I don't know if it's because my game thinks it's nighttime, or if it is raining in-game, because Nouvellette is stressed. Okay, to his office we go. Okay.
You're here! Finally!
Finally? What happened?
Is something wrong?
Yeah.
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they seem to have
A
gotten
dispute?
into a
Oh.
dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Is this about the lore? Is this about the lore? Most likely.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
Oh, she doesn't want to
And
admit
yet
it,
the
does
problem
she?
has not been properly solved. There's little
Oof.
space for excuses between us.
Oof.
It is not my intention to offend you, but please tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Fosso,
No.
are you not?
No.
Look at this. This is a list of the victims.
Oh, I hit
from
my
the
mic.
recent
My bad.
Poisson incident.
Why is he holding the list of victims over her? I mean, I understand that.
You mean they're all...
Yes, they are. Gone. Dead as a door.
We
They
did
are
not
oceans.
arrive in time to avert this disaster. And I will
You
not have it
dawdled, though.
again.
You should have gotten there sooner. We've been over this.
I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you
Yeah,
know.
we kind of gotta
Yesterday,
lay it all out on
I
the table
found
now.
3 stone slates in some ancient ruins.
We
near
probably should have
Poisson.
taken pictures of
Do
those.
you know anything about those?
But also, she might just know what they are.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case
I mean,
now.
that is his
I
job.
don't know anything about that.
Court cases are his job.
But you found them
If anyone
in
was gonna do a good
ancient
job at that, it would be
ruins,
him.
you say?
That's correct. Which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
I don't even think we need that first one.
The prophecy?
I can figure out what's going on.
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the
Why
sky.
has no one put
as if
together the
confessing
floating
something.
island in the sky as
Do you know nothing
Celestia?
of this
It's
either?
not that hard.
I don't.
There's
I've
there's
never
literally
seen
a
such
floating
slates.
island in the sky that
I'll
exists.
ask you again. Do you
We
really
haven't done a
have no
Celestia check in a
information
while, but I can do
regarding the
one.
Previous Archon?
We haven't been outside
My
a lot.
deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to or apologize for a certain sin. If
I do
anyone
want to
would
know what
know
that sin
about it,
is, though, because
it
I
should
have
be
I have
you.
theories.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing?
Yeah,
I understand
kinda.
your concerns, but
Because you were also
I'm
kind of in
sorry.
the thing.
I just don't.
You were
have
in the stone
anything to
slates as
tell
well. Oof, that look.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain
Oh.
matters.
What has she been doing?
There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly.
Ah.
This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following
I mean,
your
that is
inquiries.
fair.
You have never been as
I was gonna say
superficial as you
Nahida
presented
doesn't
yourself to
know,
be,
kind of,
nor
or didn't
are you a
know
fool. And yet,
about the
your
previous Dendro
behavior is
Archon
very
stuff, but also
inconsistent.
she's technically not alive ever now. So,
So you've been watching me. all
Farina,
this time, have
stop trying
you?
to change the
I
subject.
didn't think you were that type.
You.
Stop trying to change the subject.
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it.
Farina,
There's no
sweetie,
point questioning or
please ask for help.
suspecting me. You're the unit,
please
but
ask for. It's
still
okay to
one
ask for
subordinate.
help,
You
Farina.
should be following my lead.
This whole
Trust in me,
bit is about
or
family,
Archon,
right?
and do
I
as
think
say.
this is. I think that's
Never
the
mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or
takeaway we're
not.
taking away from this
It'll
one.
all turn out fine.
It's family.
That's all I have to say.
Is that the one for this one, or am I
Discuss
thinking of a
this
different
matter
part of the Archon
again.
quest?
Oh, the opera's about to start.
Don't.
Toodles.
This is not time for toodles, Farina. Get back here. This is such a mess. Why are we slow-mo? Are we
Did
remembering
Farina
something?
notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
Huh. She seems deeply troubled. Or deliberately hiding something, for sure. She's definitely hiding
I
something.
assume you've been outside for a while now?
Yep, that we have been.
You noticed. Seems Farina didn't even realize we were
No, I think
here.
she realized we were here. She just
She was in a great panic, though I cannot
is
discern
going
the
through a
reason.
lot.
Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue.
But like, how do we fix
Still,
this?
I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why
He
does it
doesn't
keep refusing to
understand
engage?
people. All right, I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is. Oh dear.
Everyone
How are we
in
gonna
her
do
inner
that?
circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret.
Yeah.
The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to.
Because she doesn't want to
We
admit
may
it, that
have
she has
to
no idea
create
what she's
a
doing.
situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Are we gonna set something up at the opera? Like,
what?
because I don't know how I feel
Normally,
about that.
people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience
they
just
really-
such a scenario.
But Farina seems so
Can
many
we do
trials.
that?
She's really good at dodging questions.
Because she's a really good actress.
She won't just slip away at the first chance she gets.
We will need to consider this thoroughly.
Oh, I have
join
the article.
forces with various parties,
Okay.
and then do what we can.
God, is this gonna be like a bunch of fetch quests now? Because also I'm very
If at all
hungry.
possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but
He's gonna have to
we
be
must
involved
prevent the prophecy from coming to pass.
because he's
This may
the
be cruel
judge.
to her,
That's his
but
thing.
all Fontaine is in crisis. The information.
Yeah,
that
it seems
God
like she
possesses
definitely
is
wants to
too
like just
precious.
because that's the
So
thing. She
we
didn't
must
want to be an
take a chance
Archon.
on
This
this.
was thrown on her. So like, yes, she's being kind of selfish and doesn't know what she's doing, but also I don't think she ever wanted to be in this situation at all, ever. But we do need help.
But who will lend
Ha
us the
ha ha
aid to
ha.
do such a thing?
I think I know who to call. Oh, Miss Nave! Or on a boat somewhere in Poisson. A few days later. What is happening? What are we doing?
Well, that's everyone, huh?
So, okay, so we're not going
It's pretty
over
smart of you to
the
think of
plan.
hiding here.
We're not going over the exact plan.
Poisson was just
So-
involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
Are we bringing
And
Farina here
you
then?
are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
I mean,
That's what family should do.
oh,
Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
family.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
It almost feels like in a weird way.
Ears, everyone.
It almost feels like a bittersweet
Perhaps
moment.
one
I
of
think
you
that
might
the
like to
music is
start
what's
us
doing
off.
that.
How about you, friend?
Me?
Revenue.
I don't think I can.
That's our boy.
How about you, good sir?
Who is all of Novelette?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber.
Didn't I
as
just say
is
it felt
cold.
somber?
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last.
So we have House of the
I guess
Hearth,
I'll be facilitating things from here.
Head of the Spina. Chlorend is
don't you think?
Oh,
wonderful.
you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend
What a-
here, the
what a
traveler,
team.
has
What
brought
a
us together
team.
to discuss something.
But what are we doing?
As for
Because I was like, we're not going over the plan. We're just immediately getting into it. But no, we're going over the plan.
Pooling our efforts together to
I have
create
to
a
sneeze.
series of traps.
Okay, let me sneeze. We're good. Continue.
Oh, how intriguing.
I make it sneezy again later, or like
It's
sniffly.
just an expression, really.
I need to go to
One
sleep.
that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
I'm so happy that she's here, and they're kind of getting along.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public.
I'm
speaking,
happy
right?
they're getting along.
This is a good chance to practice.
They are very close.
You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see.
Someone's wrote
And what
fanfic
does
about
my
this. I
boss
know
say?
someone has.
Hmm.
That
I'm
exact
glad
moment.
that
I
you
know
consider
someone's
him
done it.
your Boss. Do go on.
This is awkward. The looks.
In that case, do any of
Hunting?
you have experience
Hunting.
hunting?
Not that
Hunting.
I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden
A
stick
wooden
in a
s-
basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger.
Oh
As
gosh.
for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I don't think she was actually sick.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
He does not want to be here.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was
Funnily enough, though, they
They
say
did
like
not hunt
Clorin has no
animals,
public speaking
but
experience.
rather
Isn't
various
she like a dungeon
monsters
master?
left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today,
Oh, we're back to Remus
Fontaine's
and company.
monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake.
yawn.
A trap
Okay.
comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary
Okay.
to deal with the prey.
So like a gun?
If we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For
What are we
me,
building a
I would
trap
prefer
for?
Something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare.
This is all
Our
very
line of work
metaphorical, isn't it?
requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You
All
used
right.
some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
That's really
Yes, and I
wholesome.
even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker, if I do say
He
so
made
myself.
the kids not as
I'm
scared.
afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the
I know this is
water
all gonna wrap
and
back
waiting for
around
the
later.
fish to come within
Like they're all gonna
reach.
be doing something that is like very similar to what they're
That's
saying
the
right
kind of
now
method I
in the
would count on.
plan we're actually doing. And it's a way to go over the plan without actually going into it. Because if you go into the plan and say all the steps, then that means it's not gonna work out.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I know it'll all wrap back
I'd
around,
probably
but
use some sort of
right now I'm
mechanical
just
animal.
like, I have no idea what's going
Probably
on.
Some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such.
Mechanical
Replace them
animal,
with
it's
words
gonna
that
be
can
her.
attract others of their
She has
kind.
like a giant
I
bazooka.
remember that you liked those
right?
too, didn't you?
I
Oh.
did. And that would be a good way to
So
go
they're gonna
about
work
it. If
together?
they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you,
How's
Mr.
that gonna?
Neglect?
How is that gonna work?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without
Yeah.
the use of any such tricks. But
This
I
is
do
true.
have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to
Uh-huh.
create a trap now, how would you design it?
This would be like
I would
like a
for it to
talking
be
trap.
Effective, but bring no harm to the prey.
Like trap
A
somebody
more
with
gentle
words.
Trap would be ideal.
Talk around in
Kind,
circles,
as
sort of thing.
always.
It doesn't
However,
actually hurt them,
our
but mentally
intention
it's like,
doesn't
whoa.
necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured. and
I'm just
safely
gonna let her
contained.
finish.
Wait, why is that?
Because this is
Only
just a very
hunter who's
metaphorical
true expert
conversation.
at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life
Again,
and death
another
is often
scene that probably
exceedingly thin.
didn't need to happen, but is
So
fun.
Are we going
So I'll let it
hunting
be.
Together?
No. In a way, yes, but
Started
no.
seeing ourselves as hunters. It kind of
Yep.
works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
I said this was a very
If our
metaphorical
means of
conversation.
Capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, and the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate.
Like
We
yeah,
shall
like we're like
require much
talking
more
around them.
courage than any hunter to judge a god. A bee
There's
whose
hunters and
feat is an
like the hunters and the
exalted
prey, but catching them with words, sort of like it makes sense. It makes sense. It's like I said, highly metaphorical conversation. So I think it's so cute that Fremine is like sitting on the edge of his chair and he has this little thing behind him. That's really cute. That's right though.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Liddy's just catching on. Clorin's hunting metaphor was just that, a metaphor. What I tell ya. You will not call this a hunt because that is not what you should do at present, nor is the relationship between you and Farina reached such a dire stage. What you need is simply the secrets she is keeping. Weird way of explaining it though. I feel like you could have had somebody say this like with dialogue. Because this is, you're just telling us. Having dialogue would have been more on the showing side. I don't know. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from sinking into the waters as foretold in the prophecy. I don't think it's disrespect necessarily. She's lying to us, and she knows she's lying. She's keeping things from us. She knows that. As much as I love Farina, she's not totally in the right here. There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. Thank you for having a click through. The Stage of Fate. We're going to the Spina base. We have like 20 minutes left in this video. We'll see what happens. I am hungry though. I'm gonna need to make a second dinner. Or at the very least, I have a, you know, like when you get to the bottom of the bag of chips and it's all like tiny little chip pieces? I have that and leftover queso. That's it. I do have leftovers from my actual dinner. Chip pieces and queso does sound a lot better. I'm gonna be so real. One of the NPCs said, "Oh, this standing here is making me dizzy." What a mood. Who is this? Oh, okay, I thought somebody was sitting in this chair. I was gonna be like, is that Mona's master? If we gotten to that point? Those meetings sure did make me hungry. They made me hungry too, which is why we have to wrap this up.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened.
Well,
Certainly was now that Paimon
everybody's always
but everyone
frightened.
else just looked a little surprised.
Okay, sure. Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon?
Well,
Where is this going?
it's hard to say.
As glad as I am to be out of the prison, I still feel like there's a little bit of a pacing issue with this Archon quest. This should have happened much sooner. Like,
After all, you're
we should not have been in the prison that long, right?
world, aren't you? Huh?
Is something wrong, Paimon?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
Who's here? Okay, I did not. Is somebody actually sitting in the chair but they're invisible?
Then what's that?
Who left us the tea?
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
It's red.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Okay, so that's Mona's master, but they didn't want to give her a model, so they're like, she's invisible. Ooh.
Who's that voice?
Or it's one of the Hexen Circle people, but maybe they both exist.
Have you forgotten me already?
Alice?
You are familiar.
No!
We heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Entirely different.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong.
Is it Alice?
You're feeling
'Cause it's
lost
red.
now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you.
So this isn't
Having
Mona's
people
master at
is an
all.
irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Okay, who are you and what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a
Friend's
commission from my
disciple.
friend's disciple
Mona.
on a whim.
Mona's master's friend's disciple. So this is one of the friends of Mona's master, the enigmatic N of the Hexen Circle. I think N stands for Nicole, if I'm not mistaken. That might be speculation, spoiler, and leaks. I'm not entirely sure. I think it stands for Nicole, though. But allow me to ask you, will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy.
Mage N.
Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
So she made the...
What?
She made the
Is
slates.
there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes.
Failed attempt.
Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
By failed attempt? What is she talking about by failed attempt? Is it what Nouvelette did? I think it's what Nouvelette did, because then that led to what happened in Poisson. Okay, that makes sense. There it is again. Fate. Can there really be no exception?
So you've caught on.
Because I think there can be.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
That's actually such a cool way to go about it, because I really like mythology and fantasy stories, so I see these sort of things a lot. And the idea of the prophecy being the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, that actually makes total sense. I get behind that. But I've never really seen a good way to go about, like, changing a prophecy or something, but this idea, could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall? I really like that. I really like that concept.
The things that you shall see different from the fate that
And
the
that
gods
actually
perceive.
lays out the whole thing now of how they can change fate, right? Because the fate is something the gods came up with, but if they don't, like, those hidden corners, you know?
It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
I knew when they lingered on the back of that chair, though, somebody was going to be sitting there. The tea in the teacup is just about gone as well. There's a lot of tea in that teacup, bestie.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change.
Okay, yeah, I could have told you that.
fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future.
It's only a guide, though.
All you need to do is
Oh, I
prepare
see
your
now. There is that's just the design of the inside of the
This
teacup.
was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality.
It wasn't our tea.
Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice.
I do have to say, this idea, because we did hear N. We did hear N in Sumeru. I think I would have liked for this mage voice to have been a bigger part of the story, because we heard it in Sumeru, we heard it in Fontaine. I'm assuming it'll show back up again in Natlan. I hope it does, because I really like this idea and this concept, kind of a bigger thing wrapping the story back together. However, I do kind of wish it showed up sooner, because even the Hexen Circle event came pretty late in the story. It came post Sumeru, I believe, because I remember I did do the Hexen Circle event. I did it very rushed, but I did do it. I do think it would have been helpful for the Hexen Circle to be a bigger fixture in the game earlier on. I do think it also would have been helpful for different aspects of Kandria and Celestia to be bigger aspects in the game earlier on. Certain parts of the story for Genshin feel rushed and like they were afterthoughts. I will say that with my full chest. This bit here almost feels like that. Like they thought of the Hexen Circle like a couple years in and we're like, ooh, let's add that. But I'm not mad about it because I think it's a really good addition. I like what's going on here. I hope it comes back. I hope we get to see who N is one day. That would be really cool. Because they made it work of not wanting to make a model for N, but also not showing us N. Is this the clue you're leaving it for us, though? Haha. I do think this part is really very cool. The unexpected news leads to complicated feelings. When you wake up, someone seems to be outside. Who is it, though?
I want to hear someone talking.
What's happening now?
All right, coming.
Oh yeah, we don't have a room in here. It's just we just have the building. It's like a rabbit hole. You're getting more diligent though, Paimon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Oh, I never said I wasn't lazy. I have hiccups. Oh no, I'm gonna have to cut that. How have you been these past few days, Mona?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that
How did the panel go? How did the panel go?
More interesting than
I could have figured that.
Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this.
Interesting.
One journalist mentioned that sitting
I'm actually
around and
interested in
waiting
this.
for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations.
Fair.
I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
That's the thing. There's like no Farina just Farina is just acting like everything's going to be perfectly peachy and fine, and there's no rescue preparations, there's no way to circumvent this. And you know, maybe she's in the background trying to figure this out, but it just feels like she should be doing more. As much as I love Farina, girl, you were not built for this. And that's okay. That's kind of the whole point. She wasn't built to be an Archon.
You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist.
Oh, we love Charlotte.
I'm in full support of her view.
I love that they're
Policies
friends.
Are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
Fair. This is all fair.
Paimon's glad to hear
But also,
something sensible for once.
we kind of saw it with what happened in Poisson. I think I started saying this earlier when I was going through that part, but it just looks really bad that they were kind of almost like an afterthought, the people of Poisson. And it took somebody from the Fontaine government, aka Nouvelette, so long to get there that the Fatui had to step in because no one else would, because Farina doesn't have like a disaster preparedness relief plan at all. And this was literally something that Arlecchino questions her about earlier on, before it happens. And then a disaster happens and people die. I don't know where we're going with this. Oh, but the idea of making like an escape plan in a way, leaving Fontaine so that you don't get swallowed up, that's only something that people with the money to do that are going to be able to do. And we kind of saw that earlier on with the people of Poisson almost being an afterthought when they're not necessarily living in the greatest circumstances. I'm just saying. It doesn't look good on the Fontaine government's part. I'm just saying. It looks really bad.
About what we had discussed before.
I think that's part of the point,
I
though.
did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Oh, you're good. Are we just gonna tell her this? I mean, she probably gets it, but someone already came over.
Huh?
Yeah. You tell Mona about your mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
Does Mona know her? I believe she came to pass a message to us.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold.
I do like that theory a lot, though.
Most people would.
I would love to see that in other media. I'm not even gonna lie. This, like,
The Hexen
prophecies
Circle
have
members
blind
are
spots.
certainly anything but ordinary.
Yep.
As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible.
I mean,
and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
the guiding thing, she did mention that
But
herself,
I've
actually.
never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around
500
for longer
particularly? 500?
The Hexen Circle sounds like a
I
scary
would
group.
love to find out more about the Hexen Circle. It's been a couple years since we had major Hexen Circle lore. I would love to get more of that.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of
I do
great
want to know more
importance.
about the Hexen Circle
Well,
lore.
it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
I could.
Yes,
I think
she
I
was
could.
quite cryptic, but
I love
I
cryptic
suspect she knew
stuff, though.
there's still
I
a
almost
way
said
to
something
turn
else
things
there.
around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so...
I do see it all wraps back
Perhaps it is
around.
something that
Mono
you
is definitely
cannot know
necessary
right
here.
now.
And true, though, her words were meant as a helpful hint, but when will we realize their value and meaning? Was that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler,
All
Paimon,
good questions.
are you two all right?
Just thinking.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now.
It feels like the end.
Kind of feels like the end is coming.
I mean, in a way it is. In a way it kind of is.
I feel that same sense of desperation, too.
And the end is coming and we have to fix it
I
because
guess you
Farina's
could
not.
consider me
I love you,
someone who
Farina,
has
but you were not built for
often
this.
fate. So far as I have
And guess
seen,
what?
I
That's
cannot
the
be swayed.
point. She wasn't
But
built to be an
even so,
Archon, but she's
I'm
trying to
still
pretend to
hopeful.
be.
And believe it.
Because that's what people
Yes.
expect her to do.
Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be.
Fair.
It is cruel,
Astrology
but it can
isn't necessarily
also be
rational,
beautiful.
but also it kind of is.
Perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally
I do
think
like
of
that
steering
idea.
clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
That's very,
You do have
very
a
well
point.
spoken, Mona.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff.
I feel you, Mona.
I need
I
to
feel
go.
you. I can yap about, like, this is so not the same, but I can yap about content creation stuff for hours. If you get me going, I'll go. Don't worry about it, Mona, and thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little.
I will keep going.
I believe that you'll help those.
I've been
who are
doing this for a
struggling
long
in some
time. I will
way.
keep going.
I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Fair enough. Is that a reference to the 1.0 event? Are we gonna get a rerun of that ever?
Kind of moved by what Mona
I think we should.
said, but also kind of sad too. Hey, traveler. Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk.
I would like
Let's
to finish today's video here
go. Let's walk around the city, shall we?
because I feel like
Spots we always like to walk by.
this is a good place to end. Well, we're not in the middle of anything, so what we're actually gonna do is teleport to Narukami Island so that I can grab my dailies, and maybe we'll do a couple of polls because I have done a lot of the Archon quests, which means this is not the right teleport, is it? Where is the Adventurers Guild again? Isn't it down here? Why did it wait a damn minute, what? I'm so confused. Oh, I think it's because I finished off some stuff for Reputation. When I just need to go talk to Catherine. Hi, Catherine. I didn't want to do this in... Oh, damn it. Dispatch again. Okay, claim all. Dispatch again. Cool. I didn't want to do this in Fontaine because I didn't want to accidentally proc anything because we actually need to go walk around and do stuff. Oh, this is weirdly clipping. I didn't mean to do it that way. I think they fixed the voice because this is a thing that's been going on for a while. When the game first launched, the voice for Catherine, when you accept your commissions, was very quiet. And then I think they realized that it was really quiet after a year or so. And they just boosted that. Like the decibels, they just boosted it all the way up. And it sounded a little bit weird, but it sounds like they might have actually finally fixed it properly. I don't know because I skipped through it really quickly. I should not have, but it sounds like they might have fixed that a little bit. Oh, I have extra pulls here as well because I did some of the Archon quests. I did Act 4. Okay. So we probably could do some pulls. I kind of am thinking about pulling for Zhongli because I have Nuvalet, obviously. If I get official, it would be free pulls. Yao Yao and Hazel, I think I need some on them. So I'm thinking we'll go to at least 4K. History-wise, where am I at? I haven't pulled in ages. Oh, I know I have. I just got Chaska. All right, we're fresh off pity. Let's just do a couple pulls. Why not? I haven't done this in a while. Also, I kind of do want Zhongli. I probably will end up pulling on the next one though, but I always say next time, don't let me skip Zhongli. So we'll do a couple pulls, why not? We might do a little bit more than the couple I was gonna do to hit 4K even, just because I'd like to extend the runtime of this video a little bit. All right, can I grab anything from the shop? One intertwine from the shop and nothing from Starglitter. Okay, well, again, question mark? I just want to get something. Oh, maybe that was a sign I should be done. We'll do one more. Do one more. And they were all blue, unfortunately. I have one on the standard we can do, and it's also blue. It's a debate club. Everything's blue. Okay, well, can I go shop? I don't think I can go shop. Nope, I can't go shop. Okay, well, that would be that then. Do you want to do one more? Because if I do one more, I could probably get one more from that. Let's just do one more. And it's still blue. But then I can get a free fade here and do another one more. Why are they all blue? This is so unfortunate. It's a debate club again. Oh my god. Zhongli is not coming home. Well, that's that. Again, a shorter Archon Quest video, but I don't think it makes sense to start up anything right now. But the one before this was kind of long, so I think it evens out. We're not ending in Fontaine, but it's okay. We have to teleport anyways. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this out, but I would like to finish it out soon because I feel like I only have 1 or 2 videos left to finish out the Archon Quest, which is really, really good. Then we can move on. I think we have an interlude to do, and maybe we'll do Arlecchino's story quest, but also maybe we will just skip straight to Natlan. We'll see. Actually, after this, after we finish up Fontaine, we'll actually probably be doing Lantern Rite, now that I think about it. So yeah. But I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.